Good morning. Yeah, so I'm already in this trade. Anybody in Discord has seen it. So if you are jumping in with me, um, it's, that was my entry actually. So it's on the screen already. Now I do want to see that small continuation to the upside. We're building up a little bit of liquidity. We still have like for value gap right here. So we could tap this and continue. My stop is at my entry right now. I took a 1 hour partial at TP1, so this high. I'll explain in depth why I took this actually in a minute. It was a very clean setup actually. It was nothing that I had to take this. I was online just when this was happening and I saw like this jump up and I was feeling like that we should go at least to that high. So this is why I took my TP1 here, 1 hour off, stops at entry. So I got one contract left, so I make a 1.3 or something like that once this hits. I went with 6 contracts, so clean trade. What sideways day yesterday. Come on, guys. This was really not something. So I'll go over yesterday first, and then I'll continue over today. So we were here yesterday. This has to go, actually. I am in a trade right now. So this was a chart from yesterday. I'll go a bit back. So we can explain in depth what we could have done differently. So we came in line actually around this area. Once we actually swept here, we tapped this for value gap. And I said, I'm not 100% sure I would take out the highs. This move was looking great, but we got a little bit rejection of that 1 hour, and there was an opening gap too. So my idea was, first of all, that we came in this for value gap and then took a long off of it back to the highs. Now, it would have played out, I wasn't convinced because we were just sitting here sideways. This is why I took this limit order off yesterday and I didn't take a trade. So if you watch the candles form further, you can see we hit that for value gap and that would have been the stop. So we never came back to that stop. But here we actually just did nothing really. We didn't actually take the highs strong enough to say that we actually wanted to go further up. So this for me was not a break of structure. It was more like excuse me. It was more like a failure of it. So it got like rejected off of this, especially because this was a 1 hour for value gap we head into. So then we saw the market move. So this would have been a good trade. And then the market actually started flushing, flushing down immediately afterwards, around 11. So if we took this, so say that we did leave that limit order open, this is the max that you could have gotten out of it. So that was a 0.8. So that was really not worth it. What could you have done right here is taken this entry on the upper part. So this is what something, if you were still online, that you could have taken. I put it just up at the high and aim for, this was Asia low, first of all. No, that was, yeah, this was Asia low. You could have aimed for somewhere in this gap. That would have been a 2.2. But this would have been very special because that was a very strong wick back up. And then it chopped around for a while. And now we did see lower prices. And we took out Monday's low, previous day low. So that would have been played out nicely, even if you took it to previous day low. That would have been definitely the play of the day. This one, or actually when we hit that for value gap on that 1 hour. Now, I didn't take a trade, so anybody that did take something, that would have been my idea that I seen that we could have taken a trade off. Nothing more, nothing less, actually. So I'll play forward till today. So here we made a new break of structure to the upside. So any retest of this would have been good, but we don't have 15-minute for value gaps. So after a sweep of a daily previous day, and then you see like a 5-minute shift in structure. So I'll go to 5 minutes. Here we can see we had a huge candle upwards. So this one is an infinite candle. So once you see that after a sweep of liquidity like here, you can actually jump almost immediately in a trade, even when this one closes, or you have like a fair value gap inside here, you can actually jump almost immediately into a trade and aim at least for highs. So the move started moving down from here, so you could have actually aimed for that high or this high. But any high that comes along with it would have been a partial that you could have taken. So this is the good thing if you learn how to read candles, because these are really important. So we started moving up, then we're still at that same level right now. We did take out the highs, didn't we? Yeah, so we aimed for those equal highs. So we just took those out. Now we made structure down again. So for me, this is the way that the market wants to move. So I'll put a stop on this one. I'll let the market play out right now, see what it brings. So I'm aiming at least for 25,722. Reason why is liquidity pool just above that wick. We're probably aiming for this and that daily gap just above us still, because we still didn't hit it yet. So we still didn't hit this daily fair value gap. I'm still aiming for it. Now we got rejected twice, but we actually very close came back to it. So we're now building up liquidity. So see that the same. So there is liquidity here. So if we aim for this pool of imbalance, it's very easy for value gap. It's very easy to say that there was multiple layers now of liquidity laying above it. So that would be the main target that I want to see it hit. Because the lower part, we actually took it out. So we took every day the liquidity out. So if we have a bit of strength right now, we hit that daily gap, and then we probably start moving a bit lower. If I find any other entries, I'll share them for now. Yeah, this just happened when I came online. I saw this move from, so I'll explain also why I took this. So first of all, this was the first move back up after the liquidity pool got taken. So you can see this was that first move up. What do we head back to? Fair value of price, so 50 level. And we got pushed off of it. Okay, great. So we take the next move. What did it hit? Back to fair value of price. Good. So I like these kind of moves. This is an easy move to take with us. So what did we did again? We hit that 7, 8 level, and we got rejected over low. So we didn't take it, and we started moving back into that zone. So I was still under that 50 level when I entered. For me, that was a good play. And then I'm just doing a continuation play. So we waited for the retest. This is that continuation. First TP is that high. Second TP is the structure's high. So again, first TP is that high. Second TP is the structure. So that would be actually here. So we will see if we hit that top. If we do, I'll probably move this further up. If we don't, my stop is already at my entry. So full explanation why I took this trade. Very easy, just structure changed. We had a retest, we continued. Structured, retested, we continue. So we are waiting for this move to happen, to enter as low as we can, to continue that move up. Now I didn't enter all the way down here. The move was already a little bit moving, but it was still valid to enter it because I was under that 50 level. And this was a 2.6 if we had a full move, so definitely a good trade. Nonetheless, TP1, I took a 1 hour off, and now I will see what it hits. If it continues up, fine. If it doesn't, fine too. GM, everybody. Oh, nice, Phil. You took a 1.5 short. Trust in yourself. You can do it. Morning, Moonmans. So, first of all, tomorrow will be a special day for me. I'm not sure that that I get a good connection. I need to get after some. I do have another business still running, so I need to get after some supplies tomorrow morning, and I need to get there before 2 in the afternoon, and it's a 4-hour drive, so I'll probably not get alive. Maybe I'll do it in the afternoon if I have chance. I'll try to do it from the car off, but I'm not sure while I'm driving that I get a good connection because it constantly changes. How do you call them? Masts. So you get internet connection from a sort of location everywhere. So while I'm driving, I change location constantly, and that can happen that we don't get that perfect entry or that perfect connection. So if I lose connection and it loses too much, I'll probably end the stream. I will try it while I'm driving, not while I'm driving. My wife will be driving, of course. Otherwise, that would be not responsible. Never trade and drive together, guys. It's really something you should not be doing. But I'll try. If it doesn't work, you'll see. If it doesn't work, I'll just close the stream immediately and see you goodbye. Then I will do an afternoon stream instead. So for anybody that wasn't in this, that isn't in Discord, you could have joined. So I posted it at 7:05 in the morning session that I took a trade. So I can share the post for a second. So anybody that's in here that knows that I do. This was my post I shared. So 7:05 that was 7. So 7:05 was in this candle right here when it closed. So when this one closed, this one was post just before the other opened. And then it started moving pretty fast. So instead of having this entry, you could have had max this entry. So it still would have been a 2R. Very clean trade. Yeah, if I see these kind of actions, I just have to take them. It's like really something that got immediately into my brain, and I said, okay, now I do need to take this. I don't like to trade outside of my hours, but if I see a clear setup and it's there, you just have to take it. Even if it's outside your hours, it's okay. But then just close the books again and do something else. I was doing something different while I was actually watching this, while I was actually in this trade. Same as now, while I'm actually trading, I'm still trying to do some other stuff in the background. I'll watch the chart in a second, and I'll let you guys know if I see anything we could actually add to this trade or just immediately jump for you guys to continue with me. You can see, look, this was a clean move. So if we're aiming for higher, we're probably aim for the whole thing actually. So we could actually make another 2 points. I'm not gonna aim for the max out of it. But this is the 2.2, so yesterday, and look, I'm actually very happy that I didn't trade. I came online, I saw immediately an entry, so I could take it and just follow it immediately. So this is having the patience not to trade too, guys. So remember, it's not how many trades you take, it's how good the setup is actually. So if you feel comfortable, I felt 100% comfortable in this trade. Yesterday, when this market was moving like this, I didn't see it clearly. So if it did, it's better to just let it go for a while. It will come to you. You don't need to trade every day to have a good journal. I'll take my journal outside also. Let me take a look how far we are. On this month, we're the 10th of the month right now. Yesterday, we didn't take a trade. And I'm up, let me take a look. I'm up right now. With 10 days in this, and probably I'm up 4 right now. So good on schedule. If this one plays out correctly. So up 4 on the month, while we're only 10 days in, is definitely a good month to start with. You don't need to make like 100 R in a month. Just consistently building up your edge is more than enough. Now for the last little bit, I do want to see that small, because we now are actually inside this last little gap that we have here that we actually didn't tap yet to the upper part. And this could be like a POI, that the market could slowly move to the other direction. So it will be more an educational lesson today instead of, yeah. I'll take a look if I find trades for you guys, but personally, I'm not gonna take another trade today, just because of, yeah, if I have a profit, I prefer just to leave it by that. It's no need to jump into an extra trade once you already took a 1.5 for 1 hour. Be okay with it for that day. Let it go and come back next day. Well, if it wasn't for you guys, it's 8:30 in the morning and I'm 1.6 right now, so I had a happy day already. So I'll trim stop this one even, so I'll put my stop now into this one. If it comes back, I'm out under this candle. I want to see this continuation right here. This is now going to stop. Oh, it's going to, nah, this is going to stop me. Just this little candle that dropped down, that means that it wants to take out and it wants to come back with this liquidity right here. So that's my stop. So if you ever see this, like a candle that closes lower than a previous one, they tend to go down faster. Very strange. So if you have like a half a point that drops, most of the time it happens like that. So I'll journal this one. That was a good trade. So I entered this on close 702. Morning, Mickey or Bunny. I like the way you guys make me smile. I like all of your guys' names. It always makes me smile. People are so creative, and how they're called. So we were the 10th of December today. That was a long I took, and I entered it on 7:04, and I got stopped at 8:30. So let me take a look. Oh, morning, Mickey. Yeah, I don't remember everybody's name, guys. I used to be in Playbit too. Good group. 7:04 and 8:32. So we're on 3.9 right now, collected this month. But we'll see what happens for the rest of the trading session. If I find anything, I'll definitely take a look if I find anything. So I'll definitely enter. If we don't, I'm fine with it too. So take this off the screen right now. So I just got actually a tap of this. So this looks like it wants to continue at least to full TP. And I even believe we will take out full highs right here. That's actually a good story, but I actually don't like speaking not positive about another person. I got actually, so that would have been full TP right here. I just had to wait 2 more minutes, so good trade. Instead of a 2.2, that was a 1.6. Also a good trade, nothing bad about it. The reason why I got out of Playbit is I got actually a message from Ty, a personal message. He asked me to stop streaming on the group, so I did. I'm still actually a members player, so I can still put anything into it if I want to. He was gonna ask me back onto the stage, but just because somebody asked him something, and I met him in person too. He's a friendly guy, good trader. But he believed actually the humans inside the Discord more than his own traders. And if that happens, that means he doesn't have much trust in something. So I'm okay by getting some doubt, of course, in the beginning. I can handle it. But once the mentor says to you, or somebody actually above you says you're not allowed to do anything, and I was actually wanted to explain everything, and I wasn't allowed to say anything about it. So he kept it actually a little bit more in the dark. So I find that a little bit strange. I'm an honest person, so I just wanted to be honest and speak to everybody, said why I left and why I didn't continue, just because he wanted to. Now he asked me back, but I said no. If you say no to me once, I'm okay with it. If you don't let me speak out and in my own terms to talk about them, I was not going to even say about him anything. I'm just going to say rather it was one person that said that I was doing trades I wasn't there, and I did everything that I should have been doing. I did even more. I was never paid for anything. So same for here. I'm just doing it because I want to do it. Not that I need it. If I needed it, I would not doing this for free online. That's the funny thing about it. Now, I still enjoy them. I still wish them the best out of my heart. I hope they make and get what they want to be getting. But still, if you are not nice to somebody and you feel unwanted, and I can take a hit. But if they tell me, first of all, not to come and then leave me in the dark for 2 months and say afterwards, okay, you can come back. Yeah. I got my own mindset to keep on good. And yeah, I just decided not to do it anymore. The only thing I didn't like is that I wasn't allowed to say anything about it, because it was deleted like in less than a second. And I'm not the first one that actually had this been done to myself. So Playbit is a very good person, but he listens too much to the people that pay him. And I was also a paying customer, actually. That's somebody that actually did something for him. So, but that's it. But still, I wish the best out of the bottom of my heart for him. I hope he gets everything he wants in life and that he can help as many traders as is possibly needed. You're always welcome to join the stream, Mickey, or Bunny. Depends on how your real name actually is. I don't think it's Bunny. So that was definitely a full TP right now. So if anybody jumped into this from the Discord out, congrats, good trade. If you did, that was a 2.59 that if you took that full TP without taking a partial at TP1. So if you didn't take any partials and you took that full trade, close your books. You're done for today, guys. No more trading for you. Oh yeah, I need to put this one back in. So to print screen this. So we were talking about yesterday that 6-step process. Yep, I know. I'm gonna repeat this a lot of times, guys. It's really something you need to get. I hope it's still here. Yeah, it's still here. Nice. I'm gonna start to get a hang of this one. So 6 steps process in getting anything you want in life. It's also for traders. So the first one I explained was knowing where you are. So that means knowing your knowledge, knowing what your resources and everything else. And then I said, know where you want to be. Now, I didn't share that PDF yet. I'll do that right now. So anybody who wants to go fill this in, it's going to be in Discord. Go fill this in, guys. It's really something. If you want to get something in life, you need to know yourself. And it doesn't need to be trading. It needs to be knowing what you really want to be, or what you really want to have. And be specific. It's not me only telling this. It's a lot of rich people telling this. It's a lot of people that actually made it already in life. So try to follow examples that already work. Don't try to you don't need to invent electricity if it already works. So you don't need to be an inventor. You just can be somebody that follows along something that already works. If it works, it's easy. You just do it again. And it will work for you too, because it's proven it already worked. And one of the things is that they actually ask themselves a question: how can I achieve this? With how in front of it. So the reason why this is a magical question, or actually it is a good question, because your brain is meant to find solutions. It's in here. All solutions are already in here. So this, if this continues up, we probably hit that upper part too. Once we hit that daily gap, I want to see how we act. And from there off, we could maybe take a short back down. So I'll take a look for you guys. If I find any trades, I want to be seeing that daily gap get hit today. That's another, that's still another lot. I should have left that rather. That was another 150 points. I didn't see that one. Okay, I'll probably have to find something sooner for you. Okay, we have a 15-minute gap here. We didn't get tapped this one yet. So if we see a change in delivery, we may have a new entry on this 15-minute gap. So that would be the same movement. So we had a displacement, we had a move, we have a displacement, and that would be that retest. So that would be then this move, it's retest, and that's back to fair value of price. So that would be a perfect entry to continue that move to the upside. I'll take the rest of the screen, so it's not too much noise on the screen. So we got a 15-minute for value gap right here. That would be the same play that I actually took an hour ago. So, but stops have to be then under this one, not under here. And is there a 5-minute for value gap? Yes. So there is a 5-minute too inside this. So if we drop this, we will hit that 15-minute, and then we'll probably continue back to the upside. If we can even hit this still, if it just starts to rally off and continue up, yeah, then it's not going to be an easy one to jump into anything. So this is no rocket science. It's just actually market structure, guys. So break of structure, retest, break of structure, retest, and continuation. It's just continuing on a trend, looking for where the liquidity is drawn to. So for me, I took it here instead of here. The reason why was actually this was a wick left open, and I actually always want to have my profits, or I prefer to have my profits. So this one, I'm sure we can hit. The upper one, not always the highest one. The reason, this is equal highs. These equal highs got hit, got rejected off of it. So if the market is just searching for internal liquidity, this is the last internal liquidity we have. This is an external liquidity, and if it hits this, I'll probably go to that daily gap even higher. So we have huge moves still up then. But if it doesn't, I want to be sure that I'm in my profits. So this is like the last internal liquidity that we had before taking out a major liquidity. Now I first share this in Discord, knowing where you want to be or knowing what you want to have in life. It's a full PDF. It's some exercise, guys. But if you don't want to do the exercise and know what you really want in life, yeah, that's up to you. I don't mind. I know already what I want, so I'm good with it. Okay, I got some. Okay, I'm in. So this is out of a course that I'm actually doing myself too. Multiple times I've already done it, so I just wanted to recap it one more time. It's not going to be something that you're done like in 5 minutes. It really takes like at least half hour, 3/4 of an hour to be able to do this. So take your time for doing this. It's something that if you really want to be doing this, you will love it. Like I said, this is not me telling this, is somebody actually already had everything he wanted in life. Where do I share it in Discord? I'll put it on the resources. Course material? Yeah, that would be good. Yeah, I'll put it on the course materials on the resources in Discord. So if you're in my Discord, you can actually find it there. I'll upload the files. So they're in it right now, so just posted them. You just have to take them if you want to. Morning, Emily. Happy that you're here. Yeah, look, this is an hourly. Look, these are equal highs on an hourly, so this is probably the first liquidity pool that it wants to take out right now. So, same. If you watch an hourly market structure, so this was a retest. This was that value gap. So this would be your TP1 if you took this on an hourly. Take the body, not the wick, because it tends to take out the body most of the times. So if you are incorrect in the move, it tends to take out the body, but never the full wicks. So if you are incorrect, it will never take out the full wick. It will take out the body. So you have to take a look where the market started moving in the direction of the retracement, and every body you can count with it. You take even if you just took this for value gap, you had a 15-minute 2 inside. So if you took this and you then saw the market move further up, you knew that this was going to be that movement. So this was from yesterday. Look, this has just been chopped all day. You can just make a clear box also around it. So we've been ranging right here. So I hope the market now starts to move in a direction and continuing further upwards. At least to that daily, where we have again equal highs right here, where we got rejected of that point of interest that I showed last time. And we had that full flush down. So we had a first time a rejection off of it. Normally we shouldn't get a second one, if the market wants to continue up, of course. So knowing where you want to be, it's in Discord. Go take it out. Try to fill it in for yourself. I'll even go over it for a second. So it's a whole step process that you have to do, but just do it for fun, to see it as an experience to learn to know yourself. It's something that really people need to do. Now, I also explained that we should be looking at our TP always, never at our stop. Again, I'm going to go over why. So if you're a trader and you want to be successful in trading and you want to grow constantly bigger and learn more of the markets and educate yourself better in everything that we're doing, learn to see how a trader looks at a trade. So a good trader looks at a trade as his take profit in mind and sees his take profit get taken. He knows his stop is there, but he tries to ignore it and try not to see it. You will definitely see it. It's on your chart anyways, but try to remember that if you want to be a profitable trader, you have to look at a positive outcome. You have to look at what you want and not what you don't want. It's not an easy thing to do, guys. It's something that you really have to train for yourself. So you need to train your brain and yourself to look at a positive outcome. If you are struggling in something and something is not working out really, you can look at that two things. One, enjoy the struggle and learn from the process, or you can look at it like it's really something that you didn't want to be having and it looks like shit and it looks like very bad, a very not positive way. Try to look at it as a positive way. If you struggle, that means that you're learning, that means that you are growing, that means that you are actually implementing new stuff that you didn't do before. That means that you're doing the right thing. Getting somewhere in life is always a struggle because it's something new that you learn. If you have learning something, if you did it already, you already knew the outcome. Now, believe me, in trading is one thing, you will never know the outcome fully because trading sometimes does very strange things. That's the only thing about trading that we have. It's not really fully predictable. The market sometimes does things outside our reach because we are not in control of the market. You're only in control over things that you actually own. What do I mean by that? Like a company, you can own a company and you can actually have a business off of it. You own your job. So if you have an activity that you do in life, you got full responsibility for yourself and you got full responsibility out of the outcome. If you only get paid like say $20, $25 an hour, that means that you're only worth that much for that company. Look at the company where you're in and see everybody working there. Ask yourself, if there is one person getting more paid than you are, how do I get to that level? What skills do I need? What skill sets do they have that I don't have yet? And build up that skill set and you will get paid that much. And if it isn't for that company, you can go to another company and present yourself with your skill set that you've grown with it. So this is knowing where you want to be, first of all, knowing where you are, knowing where you want to be. So if you know what you want in life and be specific, then you also know what skills you need to have for that, and what outcome will you need to be taking. Then you will have to take an action. So if I need some skills, I will need to learn them. If they didn't learn the first time, I'll evaluate that lesson and I get wiser. Always take an action, guys. So if you didn't take a trade, same with trading. So if you are a trader and you saw the move but didn't take the trades because you were afraid, that's a struggle. Then you'll never get it too. You do have to try. If you don't take an action, nothing will happen. You would just sit here and stay the same. It's actually very logical, but we don't see it that way when we're actually in it. It's not easy to see it that way. Oh, thank you, Sexy. So if you haven't subscribed yet, I always appreciate it if you do. Help the channel grow. I'm not here just to learn you guys trading. I'm here to make yourself a better person in life. Look, I'm enjoying this. I'm enjoying every day in trading. If you're here to just press buttons, you need a new skill set. Or you need to learn a little bit more about it. So then evaluate your results. So I'm doing this every week. So if you're a trader, if you journal, so I'll share my other screen. The first part is knowing where you are. So knowing what skills you have, then knowing where you want to be. So if you're a professional trader, that's good. Know what skills you need to learn. Know how you need to adapt to that mindset of that trader. And then take an action. So take a trade. Refine your trades. So log your trades. Make sure that they're inside them and review them. So if you press on the button, that you can actually immediately see, okay, this trade went here. Did it went good? Was it a good one? Yes or no? If it wasn't, okay, great. What can I change about it? So this works for everything, guys. It's not only for this is actually the magic steps that you need to take for in life if you want to get anywhere. It's not just think about it and it will get somehow and thrown into your lap. I'm not going to say it's going to happen, yes or no. It works partial. You do need to take an action. No action, it will not jump in your lap. No, everything you learned so far is never inside your comfort zone too. So anything new that you need to learn is outside your comfort zone. So it will always feel like a struggle in the beginning. So it's normal that you feel unease or sometimes not calm or confused or anything. It's okay. Just be okay with it and learn from it. As long as you refine every action that you take and you took another action after it and you refine it again and you re-refine it and you keep doing that process over and over again, you will make it anyways. Doesn't matter how fast or how slow, you will make it. As long as you are persistent and keep taking the same 6 steps over and over again, you'll get anything you want. Okay, let me take a look if we can find any trades for us. I'll put previous day H for a second on the screen. Actually, never watched. Did we have news today? Yeah, we do. Employment rates at 2:30 and 3:45. Box date, overnight rate. I have no idea what that is. But they're all red folders. So we got a lot of red folders in the afternoon session. So if you want to have a chill trade, the morning session will be a nice one. And after 2:30, we will have probably a news wick. So a news candle. A news candle is something that you also can trade off of it. Did you ever try out trading divergence in combination with price action market structure? Yeah, I trade candles actually. So now I trade actually for all of you. Isn't this a liquidity grab? So before I'll ask the first question. So how I trade intraday is actually how I used to just trade intraday is actually for watching price action and move along with price action. I just traded candles before I really understood full market structure. I just traded candles. So I just watched how candles reacted, and I watched it where the stronger and not stronger candles were. Once we had a full impulsive move, look like these kind of candles in the direction that the market already was moving, I would just jump in it and follow along to the next liquidity pool. But that's trading without an actually structured plan. So now I'm just being patient until I have a retest. And once I see a market move in a direction, I will just jump and continue that move. But I do want to have now a fair value of price, what I used not to have. Did I make the same amount of money? Yeah, probably I did. But this is more structured and easier to follow. The other one was less easy to follow. So if you see market structure and you see candles form and you can read them and you see a tap into it, and you're okay with the amount that you can make, you could even trade at this little part too. On a 5-minute base, we probably got a tap somewhere into a fair value gap. Yes, look, this was a void, so you could have traded off this void, put an entry on that void, a stop under that point, and just take to that high. And that would have been a perfectly good trade. But you have to be able to repeat it, that process. So look, this would be a 3R, so that would even be a bigger trade than that would have been a 2R right now. So this is a bigger trade, but your stop is so small that you have to be okay with it then to put in a 4-point, a full R stop. But you have to be able to repeat it. Same for here. So we came up, we took a 5 minutes small break of structure. We retested again. So we could put a stop at the lows and aim for the same high. Decent trade. That's just following the structure, what it's doing right now. We just have to put your stop a little bit sooner than to break even, because the market needs to move immediately in your direction then. If it starts chopping around like this, I will probably close the trade immediately too. This is how you add to a trade. Is that what you were asking, Emily? Isn't this a liquidity grab? Taking equal highs before going lower. Now I'm going to explain what you were just saying. So we are having equal highs right here. We also have previous day high. Let me take this on the screen for a second. So we have previous day high right here. So we probably will take our previous day high and then see what happens afterwards. So he has already took that out. Where's previous day high from BS? Ooh, no. BS is way off. This is previous day high. today was NQ was clear, more clear. ES was less clear than NQ right now. Yeah, we got equal highs right here. If we take out, I want to see us take out everything. We didn't still. I actually do want to see us get hit that daily grab. If you can take that hit, then I can see us move lower. Right now, we're just sitting in between. So we've been chopping all week. So I prefer to take profit sooner to make sure that I have it. So if we're in a choppy market, I'm not such a fan of it. Ranging market, same. It's like the markets. If it ranges, make sure that you just take profit sooner. This is why I took full profit right here instead of here. We don't always take out the full high, like I said. Now, we will see what happens in a few minutes. If we start dropping, we could hit this for value gap and then continue off of it. Because we rejected off previous day low, so we came fully back in this. So for me, this was just a liquidity grab, not a structure change down here. So for me, this is still an upward structure right now. Because we didn't have a body close under this. We just had a huge wick on a 15-minute base. So this was the body, and we just wicked it, and we came full back in it. So this is called a liquidity grab. You probably will not see this on ES. You'll probably just see a smaller one and then a continuation. NQ is known for its huge spikes, so that it actually sweeps liquidity and then goes back in the range. So this is a little bit less easy to read the market structure from. But for me, we're just ranging right now. So we've been doing this. And I said yesterday that I really would love to see us hit back that 780 level once we took this down. And I wanted to see us hit that 780 level. And that's actually exactly in that daily gap. So if we want to take out, if we want to go lower right here, we need buy side liquidity. We need this liquidity to short the market. So if the market wants to do this, we need to take out those highs. And this is the first huge liquidity pool that I see is this one. And what do we hit then for? We will hit in this daily gap just above us, and we have an hourly for value gap too. So we probably will go down to this level and then flush further down. So the market wants to go down, it needs liquidity, and it needs buy side liquidity to move the market lower. It needs sell side liquidity to move the market higher. Because we are buying, so that we are selling to those buys. Because here is a stop, right? Yeah. I have been using the RSI, divergent and spotting movements on different time frames to find trades in combination with market structure. I was wondering if you think of this combination. Yeah, I used to trade with RSI a lot. I just stopped using indicators, Emily. But it's a very good start point to help you identify together to find the market easier for yourself. So if it helps you to find out how the market works, good. But write in a plan how you will use the RSI. So we just took out full buy side liquidity. So here the market can change its head. But for me, we will go to that upper part, to that 1 hour for value gap at least, before we will change its hand to the downside. So I wanted to see us hit that 15-minute for value gap. We did actually not. So this would have been a great entry to take the same trade to the upside. But if the market here just continues to go up, there isn't much we can do. So now it took out previous day high. It took out buy side liquidity. If the market wants to change its hand, it will go to that hourly FVG, and then it will change its hand back to the downside. That would be a 7-8 level where the market wants to go, wants our loves to go to. I'm putting this on the screen as 7-8 levels because this explains it easier for you guys. I prefer not to use them even. So I just watch for value gaps and look at it in naked charts because it makes me easier. Now the RSI, I can teach you how to use it if you want to. I used to be using it a lot, so I know a bit of how it works. It depends on how you trade and which sectors you trade off. So if you got two RSIs, by the way. You got CHoCH RSI, you got the normal RSI. So this is for internal day trading. So you can use the CHoCH RSI as an internal day trading. And you can use the normal RSI if you want to have like investments. So the CHoCH RSI indicates with market structure when we hit a low and when we're hitting a high. So look, I'll explain a little bit of RSI right now so that you actually know how a bit of it works. So you can build liquidity. I see trend line movement. So we can see here that the CHoCH RSI was moving up. We came down, and this low right here is higher than the previous one. This indicates that the market is continuing in an upwards movement because we didn't sweep the low, and here we did. On the chart itself, we did. So this indicated that the market actually wanted to continue higher. You can jump in immediately from such a low, and where do you stop it? At an 80 level. You enter it around 20 at the lows, so it's already on 20, and you end it around the top of it. And you can trade these movements. So that would have been a trade from probably this candle to almost the high. So that would have been like 100 points that you could have made. Good trade, easy one. Same, other way around, but do work with the structure of the market, because if you're trading against the structure of the market, you could have a bit of a problem. So here you need to know market structure. You need to know if the market is moving up or down, and you can use it pretty easy. I'm going to show you the difference on an RSI so that you actually know what I mean, the difference with RSI. Here, this is RSI, this is CHoCH RSI. So you can see this fully moved up, this one didn't. So here it's less easy to spot where we are. This is good if you're doing higher time frames to know when to take profits. When the market is definitely showing that the market wants to go low, then you can use the normal RSI. But I would recommend to you to use the CHoCH RSI. It's a better one to trade intraday. Yeah, you can do it too like that. But I would prefer, if you want to really use it as an investment tool, RSI is good. I would use CHoCH trading, RSI as an intraday trading. Yeah, it's just out of time that I learned that this one is just better. Not for longer time period. So if you would watch days and weeks, this one is less good for it. It's way better than use the other one. So we now took out buy side liquidity. We're still hanging here, so I want to see if we have some kind of movement down. If we have a full flush and we go below this one, we will probably get that entry then. So what so was it a liquidity gap? Yes. So but no higher high. Okay. Isn't this a liquidity grab taking highs before? Yes, I did not see what you explained earlier. Yeah, but no higher high. Okay, let me take a look what you mean by higher high. Yeah. At this point, we are ranging here. So we didn't do anything. For me, this is a ranging market. We didn't have an expansion, and we didn't have... so we just took out previous day high. If the market wants to change hands, or it's this liquidity or this point of interest. Now, if we're just ranging and the market wants to come back, it's going to go back to fair value of price. It will take out this low down. It will probably go even to that. So I'll explain one more time how we trade ranges. So we take the top of the range and we take the bottom of the range. We take our fib tool, make it easy for yourself. We draw it inside and we use the 25 level, 75 level, the 0, the 1, and that's it. So anything above 0.25, you short the market down. Anything below or at the 75 level, you start longing off of it. And this is how you can see that we are ranging. Now, we want to see how we act right here. We just opened 15 minutes, so. And London tends to be the high or the low of the day. So if London is the high of the day and we took previous day high and we want to go short right here, this is the place where it probably will happen. We could just move up to that gap. That's only like 50 points and then start shorting too. That would be even better for the market. Because then it came back down from this level all the way to that 7, 8 level just above us. If you ever have a question about trading, guys, ask, because I'm here for help. So if you don't ask, if you don't understand something, just ask. It's the only way that you can learn a lot faster. Morning, Earth. We will see what happens right here. We could take out Asia low, that's possible, but for me right now, it still looks strong. So we will definitely, for me, go to that hourly right now. Nothing in this full market shows me that we want to go lower right now. Same here. So this two minutes just came down, closed the candles. We are now inside another prevailing gap. If we take out those high again, we're just continuing. This was just a retest of this prevailing gap. We didn't have an IFVG yet because we didn't close below this one. Otherwise, we had a full inverted. So an IFVG needs to be actually over both of them fully. And we only had like a half prevailing gap here. If you take it out fully, both of them, then we have that full IFVG. So it needs to actually close below this one. Because now this is just a retest of this move to the upside. It confused me because you're talking about. Yeah, I would not short this market yet. I would still long this market right now. So I'm not in a movement of shorting anything right now. So, but if you feel internally that you need to take a short, take it. You will learn something from it. Any action is better than no action. Struggle is meant to be happening. So know that the struggle you're feeling is actually, or your confusion that you're feeling is the way that it's supposed to be feeling to let you understand how the market really acts. It's by not knowing right now that you will learn something later on. It's impossible to know the markets fully. Nobody knows them, except the market makers knows exactly what the market hits to, because they influence them all the day. But never let me influence how you want to trade. So if you have a plan and you had that before I said anything, you have to take that trade, no matter what. Just take it, because this is how you get smarter, faster, and learn a lot faster. Because I can do my thing always, but doesn't mean that you have to take my trades. You can, if you're an intraday trader and you want to take a short and you just want to take a short to here, that's perfectly fine. The market can retrace to here and then continue. So it doesn't need to take out everything. Because if you watch that 2 minute right now, we took out a high. If it takes out this high, we're just continuing. So I need to take something from my nose. I'll be right back, guys. Again, if you wanted to short Philip, you just have to take that trade. Take it with maybe a less contract into it if you makes it you feel more at ease, and at least have the guts to do what you actually wanted to do. Yeah, correct. So what does London like to do is actually be the high of the day or the low of the day. So that happens a lot, that London is the high or the low of the day. So it's most of the time, if you watch a daily candle, London is like a wick, or the start of London is most of the time a wick. So this was exactly what happened yesterday. London was the high of the day, and the rest of the day, it moved down. And I was in that hourly value gap. So where was it yesterday? This was yesterday's trading day. Yeah. So we hit in this hourly FVG right here. So this was London's opening, and it actually had the full move. It had almost the biggest move of the day. Okay, London got taken out at the evening at 7, but I was not online already. So even if you just shorted from here, put the high, and you had that full move down, that would have been a very great trade. It happens a lot that London is the high or the low of the day. So you're correct in that one. It doesn't always happen, but it happens a lot. So for anybody ask what I wanted to know, I already took a trade this morning session. So if you are in the Discord with me, you would have seen it. I posted it before we actually started moving into it. So not eager to take another one. We got at 10 o'clock a little bit of news, so about in a half hour. Italian industrial production, MM. Not so much actually, but that's it. Nice, congrats. Happy for you. See, that's about that. This is what's it about. So I can tell you guys to trade all day. I can explain it as good as you can, but at the end of the day, you still have to press the buttons. You still have to do it for yourself. You still have to take every trade yourself. By the way, I'm not drinking coffee, guys. So I'm drinking cocoa. It's better for the mindset. Otherwise, I'll be shaking here all day long if I would be drinking 2 coffees a day. This is something I really cannot handle, or the body really cannot handle for me. So I seen that Ethereum started to move nicely yesterday. Let me take a look at this one. Look, again, simple market structure. Break of structure, retest, 7-8 level. We came back to it and we started to move. What did I say? You could take it to, look, the red line is still on my screen even. You can take it at least to this low. The reason why is, if you want to know, you can put a support or resisting right here. If you want to know those movements, go read the Candlestick Bible. They will learn you how to read those things. So this is why I said this low could be first target. Okay, perfectly hit this. So if you took that entry on a 7-8 level and you took this to the high, you're up 20% from your entry. Tell me anything that gives you a return of 20% and anything at all. Nothing gives you 20%. So you could take a profit right here and be done with it. You just, if you put in $1,000, you just make $200. Okay, it doesn't sound much, but if you put it in 100K, that means that you made 20,000. So if you put $1 million into it, you made 200,000. So that's a lot, guys, 20%. And it's not like it's not been on the screen, or anybody that's in Discord already knew that we were trading this. So same for here. Look, this is same movement. Look, 7-8 level. Now we're struggling a little bit, but we will go through this. We will definitely hit the 50 level. I'm 100% sure of it. We will continue here. Bitcoin at least. The rest of the coins, I'm a bit less accurate. Anybody bought silver, guys? Dude, I posted this in like around $24 in our Discord that you should go into it. This is up to almost 200%, dude. This is up 148%. I know Emily did. I believe Emily bought this one when I said it. I think it was around 30 that I said it to her. She said she should buy that one, that it will double at least. I've been holding silver from 2020, so I've been been patient for this move. It took about 5 years to have the move that I was expected to have. So, but once we see the market starting to move in a direction, you can then start trading off of it. Okay, so now we had the first 15 minutes came in. We had a bit of a rejection of this high. We didn't close above it. The second one did the same. So now we want to see, do we have a shift in market structure? To have a full shift, we need to close below this wick and below this candle. Now we have a 5-minute shift in structure. Now we can take a look if we have a value gap and then short to this gap. Well, unless we take out our low, I would not short it. Because for me, this was a bullish candle and we're very, very slowly only moving down. So once we close below this candle, we probably will perform some form of 5-minute value gap in here. We will have to be patient until that retracement comes, stops at the high, and then you can trade it down to that 25,697, 700 level somewhere, that would definitely be a decent trade. To say that you would have a short somewhere, that would definitely be like a 3 or 2.5 at least. Will depend on where you can get it and the fair value gap. So if you can take it on the top, that would be 3.5. If you have it just like on the body of it, that would be a 2. So definitely a good trade. So just be patient, seeing what it wants to play out. So we just took out a wick. We didn't sweep everything yet. So for me, this is still in a long version right now, just because of the higher time frames. Yeah, if you watch ES, this is way less strong. So here we never had those spikes that we took out wicks. So this was a liquidity pool that we took out last time. So here we slowly moved to the low and then moved back up. We never spiked under everything like NQ did, like here. So if you want to learn how to trade real structure movements, ES is way easier, guys. So if you're starting to learn from it, try to understand how market moves on ES. It will get you will get it much faster. I learned market structure on Bitcoin when I started out. I had a lot of fun with it. I lost some money, but made more always. Happy for you? I took my long already today, so I'm not eager to jump in another trade. So if you're up 200 and that's 1 hour and you took a profit, be done with it for that day. Don't try to push it to the max, because this is what a consistent trader has to know. You have to consistently make partial profits. You don't have to consistently make 6, 7 hour. You just have to consistently make partials or take profit of half profits over and over again until you actually make the amount that you want to. So I'll be online for another half hour. If I do find any other trades, I'll share. Right now we had a rejection off of this one, so we got about a half hour in this hourly candle. The 5 minute is now slowly moving lower. So we're making a fair value gap right here. Yeah, if you're trading a lower time frame, you can trade this minute down, but you have to. So let me explain this one too. So most traders actually don't know this. If you're trading, say the 1 and the 2 minute as entry, look at your direction of the market in a 5 to 15 minutes. So a 15 minute is your bias, and a 5 minute is also your direction. So these are then your indicators. So your 5 minute can be the retracement. So we just took out our low. So if it wants to go, it will go here. Back to where? To this gap. But on a 15-minute base, look, we just tapped the fair value gap. We still got 11 minutes in this. So this can easily just continue back up. So make sure if you're trading the 1 and 2 minute, that's okay, but learn to take profit also on a 1 and 2 minutes, how to take it. So this would be definitely my first TP already. When that low got hit, I would probably even take it a little bit above it to make sure that I'm in that profit, because you traded before the market showed its hand and wanted to go down. You were expecting it to happen, but if you are trading purely out of liquidity grab and we want to have a reversal, it doesn't always happen. So make sure if you do this, you can trade this, that's perfectly fine, but make sure that if you do it, that you go to fair value gaps to take profit. So this low would have been, for me, full TP1. Actually, this low. I would not have taken it any lower than that. Definitely a good trade. If you took this short, that would have been a 1 minute entry, stops at the high, and that would have been a 1.3, and if you took that low, that would have been 1.9. So this is the farthest that I would ever take it. I would not even let it go all the way down here. Because this movement is still in an uptrend right now. On a higher time frame, this is an uptrend, not yet a drop. Because there was a fair value gap right here, we just tapped this, and this can just as easily go back up. So always remember that you have to know where the market is headed to, but also see it in a bigger time frame. So know where the bigger time frames are headed to too. Yeah, fully correct. Yeah, it's very much volatility today or this month. Yeah, and if you have like 2 or 3 trades where you can take out the high, take the high of the day and let it ride down. Once you put your stop at break even, it's a free trade. You can just take one partial out of it and just let it ride. See what it brings. You can have a very beautiful trade for the day. But remember, trading is always a probability game, so it will happen a few times correctly, and then it will happen a few times not correctly. Now, what I mean by a probability game is if you have a 50% win rate, say 60% win rate, that's a very good score if you have a 60% win rate, guys. I actually don't always have a 60%, so say that you have between a 50 and 60% win rate, that means that you got 6 trades good, and 4 not. To get this, you will see it will not be 1 good, 1 not good, 1 good, 1 not good. It will be like 6 not good, and then 8 goods, and then 5 or 7 not good, and then 12 goods. So it will be, in average, it will be 60%, but it will be very changing how these actually play out. Remember that too. And make sure you journal, that you can learn from your own mistakes and grow into it. So it's very important for yourself. And I speak out of experience, so I didn't do that for a very long time, journal every trade. I did journal before, but not every trade. And because I didn't, I was actually lagged behind. So I could have had way faster, good insights just because of that, and I didn't. So I want to prevent that for you guys. I want to make sure that you guys do it before I ever started doing it, so that you can learn a lot quicker. If you learn a lot quicker, you grow a lot quicker, you can actually evaluate you much faster, and then you can go faster forward. So we're number 9 in this group. I hope everybody is subscribed. If you're not, I would appreciate if you do, if you enjoy my streams anyway. You can always join the the Discord too if you want to. I try to share all the trades that I take before I take them. So the morning session, I shared it around 7:05, one that I took. I hit my full TP. I got stopped out just like a 0.03 before my full TP, but I was more than happy to see that what happened. So normally I should be doing a crypto review right now. So I'll go over some crypto too while I'm being patient right here. It's only like 20 minutes left, so I'm not gonna jump into anything right now for myself. So let's take a look at USDT dominance right now. So this is the main thing that you need to take a look where crypto is headed to, so you know exactly what it wants to do. So we came in a 6-hour for value gap. We got a bit of rejection. We took a low. Yeah, if you're falling, guys, we gotta fall hard. So this is gonna go at least back to 520. Look, this is the same like any other thing. So we are building up trend line liquidity right here. We just broke our trend line right here. If you have a retest of this and we don't break it above the highs, we're gonna start falling here. So this is gonna do this right here, immediately to that low. And we will stop around this area. Yeah, it will go, okay. Maybe it go like this to be more clear. Where is my drawing tool right here? Come on. Where's my drawing tool? Here it is. So I'll probably go like this. Instead of in one line, of course. This is what it looks like. It wants to do right now. And if we hit this, I will sell all my alts that I have. I will not reinvest. I will just take out everything. I'll just keep Bitcoin right now. I want to be out of the market as soon as possible once we have that retest. I got a feeling it's going to be a bumpy ride next year, especially because what we are doing, what I've been hearing of news that comes out, and I'm not a news follower, but I do know I need to follow crypto markets and how they actually implement everything. So, and also if you take Bitcoin dominance, you can see we just took out all liquidity. We came up, we're tapping, so that means that Bitcoin dominance is looking for higher prices right now. So look, it's still on the screen, so we need to see Bitcoin below this to see a full alt season. We came back up to that 62 level. We came in for value gap. We took buy side liquidity. We got rejected off of it. We came back up, and now we're moving slowly lower. So this would be like the rally that I would take for altcoins. So say from 85% to 84 to 54%. This is the only thing that I want to be in altcoins. All the rest, I would just want to be on Bitcoin right now. Not much that I actually want to see happening. The reason why we had these kind of spikes is because too many institutional people are actually trading it right now. The market is building up a huge amount of liquidity, and people are preparing actually to fully adopt crypto into the normal day life. And if you haven't yet heard of it, you probably will need to take a look how the banks are already actually deploying cryptocurrencies for everybody. So if they are deploying it, that means that they have full regulation that they can actually start doing it. They can move up. Sol is probably at its bottom right now. So you got a good 32% chance that you got a profit right here. So you will at least get above this high. So that's a 25% up move that Sol got right now. Huge chance that we will. Bitcoin itself, I'm still in the trade from Bitcoin right now. So still in this. So I want to see it hit at least 69 to 100,000 before I fully close this trade. I took 1 hour off of this, and I was up 2 and a bit, I believe. Yeah, around 2 hour and 50 I was up. Been in this trade for a while. Been in it from here, so this is from December 2nd. So I'm in 8 days in this trade. Didn't do anything off of it, just took 1 hour profit once we took out a sell side liquidity here, a buy side liquidity, and then it starts moving a bit choppiness. We took out the high again, so now I want to see it continue. If it doesn't, I'll probably close my trade under this wick. So I'll move my stop actually to this wick now. So put it on screen. So it's on 87,739. Give me a minute. I have to do this now, right now, or don't remember it too. Okay, so it's moved. So I got my stop moved. If you want to know what I trade on Bybit or on Maxi. So I trade both of them most of the time. KuCoin I use sometimes too, but only if I don't find the coin on Bybit or Maxi actually. Back to NQ for a second, so guys. So that was a nice rejection off of it. So happy for you that you're in that trade. That's short, looks good. I hope you did take it too for you, Veerle. It's important that you trust your plan. So same what I said here. We will get a 5-minute fair value gap. You could enter off of it and then take short with it once we break that low. So we did break that low. You could have entered on this tap of it and then continue that low to that low. So this is why I wait for this shift to happen, because then we have here, once we drop below that low, we had a change in character to the downside on a 5-minute base. We have a retest. So then you can take actually your flip tool, place it on that move. We go back to where 62, 78 level, we missed it like by a half a point. Where do we have an entry? We have a void. Take that 5 minutes. We have a void, we have a value gap. So we got 2 entry models that we can actually take. So we can choose, or we take that void as an entry, or we take that value gap as an entry. Where do we put our stop? We actually can put our stop then to the high, the previous high. If you want to be a bit more secure, you can put it at the highest high. Where do you target? Our first target is actually where the market started moving up. So that would be TP1 already. So this would be actually TP1. And then full TP would be down here. So this would be my full TP then. I said I would not take another trade, so I will not. But I did say that I would look for you guys. This is how I read it right now. Do we have to do that? No, of course not. This is why I said TP1 is right here, because we're trading against the major trend right now. Can we do it? Of course we can. Do we have to? No, we don't. So you just have to be right enough in trading. You don't always are right. Same for me. I took, if I take a loss, I just take a loss. I'm just okay with it. Oh, thank you, Ramsty Chu. Happy that you enjoy it. Yeah, perfect. Oh, happy to hear this, man. You're doing great. Yeah, this was a great. That would have been my re-entry too. So right here on that tab, and then continued over. And if I would take it to somewhere, look, we did have a small void and we got a reaction off of it. So if I would take it, I would max take it to this like gap form. If you have that full, look, this is that full move that we made. I'll explain on a higher time frame. If we take an hourly, so this is the full move we take. We didn't have any retracement, so we just can take our 52 from this move to the high. So 50 level would be inside this 15-minute fair value gap. I would max take it to fair value of price, but I would also look how the market acts in the moment itself. So if you are behind the chart, you can do this. If you're not, you can't. But if you can, you just have to be patient, see what the market acts. If it taps your analysis, what you were expecting to do, okay, great, you enter it and you let the market ride down. If it comes back, just be okay with it too. This is what trading is. It's a probability game. So this looked, it dropped again. So let it do its thing. So it will come up a little bit and then it will move slowly further down. This would be definitely full TP for me. I will not take it all the way down to the bottom. That I would not do. I'm not the one that wants to take out full. I'm okay with just the 2R. I don't want to have like the full move of the day. I'm okay with just repeating the process over and over again. It makes it a lot easier than just wanting to have everything. Because if you want to have everything, I believe it's a little bit greed then. But still, look, this would have been a decent trade. If you took it to the high and just down to the low, like I said, it would have been 2.6. That's even a bigger trade that I took. And that was just on a fair value gap, about 5 minutes, and I took that to the full TP. And that would have been that 15 minutes where I would watch if we could long back off of it. If this move continues, we want to go up higher. Where to? An hourly. So I got about 9 more minutes, then I'll close the stream. I already took my trade, like I said. If you're not in the Discord yet, look in a link. It's a link just below it. Make sure you join, that you can actually see my my trades before or when I take them too. So if I'm not on YouTube, that you can actually follow them. Yeah, no, I'm not calling you crazy. Okay, it's possible that we take out, but that would be previous day low. That's this one you would aim for, right? You want to go for this level. Is it crazy? Not really, but that would make, look, if I would do this, that would feel greed if I want to take out this. We got 7 minutes in this hourly. Let's take a look at that 4 hourly. That just got rejected off of it. Yet no, on a higher time frame it's possible, definitely. Yeah, I have to agree. But I'm not that kind of trader. If you are and you can hold through this, congrats, man. Good trade. I would say 15 minutes, that would be my main target I would take. The reason why is I am not a trader that wants to take the full move. I don't need it. I'm okay with just the 2-3R. I'm very happy with that. But if you are a trader that likes to have the full move, this is definitely a good target. Because we've been chopping here, and that would mean that we go back to that 0.7 level. So this was our ranging. I'll delete everything for a second. Because you were doing this. And we've been ranging for a while now. You take that tool. It wants to go back at least to fair value of price, and that would be here. So yeah, if we are keep ranging right now, that would be the target, definitely. Like I said, I would take it to that 15 minutes, and that would be, for me, would be it. The reason why I'm sure that I take my TP. You're not 100% sure that we will take out this. Yeah, having a 2.7 trade it's definitely a good trade, guys. So this would be a 2.1 R right here. So if you would close the books, you made a 2 R today, and you'll be a very happy day if you make this like 5 times in a month. You make a 10 R plus with this. Oh yeah, you're in with 2 contracts. Yeah. If this was my trade, so say I do put in a full R, so I would have been in with this trade. This is like a 10-point stop, so this would be in a 15. Let me take a look. 13 next to, that's 26. So that's 250 divided by 26. I would have been in with 10 contracts in this trade. If I took this, or 9.6, so a 0.6 means 1 extra, a 0.5 means 1 less. Yeah, I always put in the same, so I always put in full R's at least, so unless I actually say it, that I put in a half R. But this is only like a 12-point stop, so 12-point stop, I calculate my trade, so I'm now on around 250 on this account, so 250, and you got a 12-point stop, so that means divided by 24, so that's 24, that's a 9.6 contracts that I put into this. So you can put a 0.6 contract into anything, so anything above that 5 level is for me that indication that we should put in 1 extra. If it drops below that 5 and lower, that means 1 less. So that means 9, this means 10 contracts. Yeah, but that TP1 already gave me like a 1.1, almost a 1 hour, so. Okay, that's 10 minutes before 10. I'll close the stream right now. Hope you all have a very great session. You're all welcome, always to join. If you want to learn that full market structure, also have a full course on it. You can always go watch that one too if you want to. And at least if you're in the Discord, go do these things, guys. I'm not telling all this information for not helping you guys. So take those 6 steps. At least try it. At least take those 6 steps for once. So they're on the screen. Take a screenshot of it. Make sure that you do them. It's an easy process. This will get you everywhere, no matter what you want. It's no magic, it's no science, it's really realistic, basic steps and refinement that you do process over and over again. And this has been done by a million people. So I wish you all a very great trading session for the rest of the day, and I will see you back all tomorrow, of course. Happy to hear that, man. Appreciate it. And welcome. Send me a DM too. I'll always respond, so I know it's you, and I'll give you an extra upgrade. So new people that join, just tell you're there, and I'll give you that you can see the full Discord, because now you can just see like a very small part of it. Wish you all a great trading session for the rest of the day, and I'll see you back tomorrow morning, of course. No, correction. Tomorrow morning, I'll be driving from my car. My wife will be driving. I will I need to pick up something from my other company that I'm doing. So I will be online, but it will be like, not sure that it will be a good connection. So if it's not a good connection, I'll end the stream and I'll post it in Discord along the way, but I'm not sure that I've been able to. I need to get there by 2 in the afternoon, and it's like a 6-hour drive, a 4 to 5 hour drive. So I definitely need to get there in time. So if I log off at 10 o'clock, it will be almost impossible for me to get there. So this is why. If I don't stream in the morning session, I'll do an afternoon session instead to make it up. Enjoy the rest of your day. Yeah, you can go on stream one time. Yes, my good friend. So enjoy the rest of the stream and see you back tomorrow if it works. Otherwise, in the afternoon session. Have a nice one.